Hello and welcome to Black Hills Connection podcast. We're learning all about sleep today, a hot topic. We have our special guest Melissa in. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I found you on Facebook. That's how I found you. Like a friend liked your page and I was like, what is this? Sleep? I must know more about it.
Awesome.
Because like many people, something I've struggled with probably my entire life, really, if I think about it.
Sure.
So yeah, just introduce yourself and kind of talk about what you do.
Sure, yeah, well, I'm Melissa Good. I am a licensed counselor. I've been practicing as a counselor for 18 years. And I have a private practice here in town. I run actually a full-time private practice, and I've always really wanted to add coaching. And so I was really like, what do I feel like matters to people? What do I have experience in? And I decided to focus on sleep. And so now I have a sleep coaching program. So
okay, so someone can actually like attend that then.
So it's a group coaching program. I actually haven't even launched it yet. I've just been kind of putting out some free content and things like that. But probably in the next week or two, I'm going to launch the full program. So the full like signature program is going to be like an 8-week total like sleep reset. So
like a discipline. I'm doing this.
So it's for people who like really want to just like work on their sleep. But I do have a free group too, which I think you're in.
Yes, that's
and so I have a free group on Facebook that you can join, and I do free like live trainings and master classes every week. I have free resources. So that's a really nice option for people who are just interested in sleep and maybe like don't want to do a program.
Don't want to like
totally
dive
change their sleep.
Get discipline, man. That's what I need. Because you know, like I said, like sleep is a hot topic, as it were, just because like we're not getting enough, and we know now just our health depends on it. It really like sleep is like top tier. Like everything else falls under it.
Everything really does, and that was another reason why I selected it as just like something to coach on, is because health really is dependent on it. It's like the foundation of everything. So it's really important.
So I know things I do wrong is I get in my bed and I'm like, oh, I'm going to relax. I'm just going to scroll, right? Because I think that's relaxing until I see something jarring. And it's like, okay,
and then it's not relaxing
now I can't
anymore.
sleep. So kind of talk about some of the big mistakes that folks are making with sleep health.
So sleep health, I would say one of the biggest things, and like this is something I don't think anybody really wants to do, is to have a consistent sleep schedule. So going to bed at the same time, winding down before you go to bed, and then waking up at the same time every day.
Even on the weekends.
Even on the weekends. And I actually did an experiment where I did it because I was kind of bad at that. Like I'd sleep in a little bit on the weekends. And so I did an experiment where I was like, this is like something that is so, like evidence shows that it's so impactful. And so I started doing it for 6 weeks, and it completely changed everything. And my sleep is actually pretty good to begin with, but I started getting up at like 5 a.m. Saturday and Sunday, because I get up a little bit before 5 a.m. Monday through Friday. And like Mondays got so easy. My mood got better, my energy got better, like everything improved. So that's amazing. Like the low-hanging fruit, although nobody really wants to do that on the weekend. They want to sleep in.
I mean, at least like a half an hour.
A half an hour would be okay. Like the research actually, so what I initially thought was that the research was supposed to be like an hour. Like if you slept in an hour, that would be okay, but it's actually 15 minutes.
Really?
But a half hour probably wouldn't be so bad. I get up at like 4:55 a.m. Monday through Friday, and so I sleep until 5:15.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, okay, 20 minutes.
That's not so bad.
And
this is what I love about you, is like you have done all this research. It's not like you're just like Googling it and like hoping for the best.
So I've literally like built a program that I wish I had like when I was like younger and was struggling with sleep. So like
I love that.
I put myself through a program initially, just like bootstrapped a little program together, and it really helped my sleep. And then as a counselor, I got specialized training like in cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, and then some other like lifestyle trainings that help with sleep. So I like deep dove into like the sleep stuff. So I'm trained in like the really like powerful sleep techniques for behavioral sleep treatments.
I love that. And so, so sleeping in that that's bad, or kind of a schedule. What else?
Caffeine.
Yes.
Alcohol is really bad for your sleep. Even one drink. And I do drink. Like I don't not drink, but alcohol really is bad for your sleep.
It will affect it.
It will. Even one drink.
Wow.
So no alcohol if you can do it. Caffeine, the half-life of caffeine, let's see if I can remember this right off the top of my head, is 4 to 6 hours. So it means like after that amount of time, 50% of the caffeine is still in your system. So if you go to bed at like 8 to 10, probably cutting out caffeine at noon is appropriate.
And that's fair. Right?
That's a pretty easy one for most people.
Exactly. Don't need that bed.
Nighttime scrolling, honestly, like using your bed for sleep and intimacy is really like what you should use it for. And then everything else should be done like outside of your bed, just so you like train your body to when you're in your bed, you sleep.
But reading, right? Like you should read. Does that, or no?
You can read. Like, if your sleep is fine, you're probably fine to read. But if you're struggling with sleep, I would read outside of your bed until you get very, very tired, very sleepy, like you're about to fall asleep, then go to your bed.
Interesting.
Yeah. Wow. And if you're in your bed for more than like 10, 15 minutes, I will pop back out of your bed, do some more reading till you get sleepy and get back into your bed.
Yeah.
Like if you're really struggling.
Right. And I know, like for me, when I noticed my sleep got really terrible was when I started working mornings. You know, the shift work essentially, getting up at like 2 a.m., messed my body up, and then it was like I was forced to go to bed and I wasn't tired. It's a whole head game.
It's horrible. I actually just did a live training this morning for like the people in my Facebook group, and it was like my story about sleep and my struggles. And the 2 times that I struggled greatly with sleep was when I did midnight shift. And so I worked overnights, and then when I did a split shift. So I was up at like 4 in the morning, and then I was working till like 8 at night with a huge chunk of time off in between. Like my sleep was so terrible when I had those jobs. Yeah.
And then I'm assuming you go over things like naps, good, the bad, and naps.
And there's no like blanket rules for everybody. Because like if you don't struggle with sleep, like do your thing. Unless you want to improve your sleep, then you can do some things. But people who really struggle with sleep, like they honestly shouldn't be napping very much. They should only sleep at night. Like they should have, I call it sleep restructuring. But there's a lot of scientific stuff that goes on behind that. Like you really should be like working on sleep restructuring and like really planning out your sleep and doing very specific things, which is what I do like in my signature program. Get down
to the nitty gritty. And then, I mean, I've heard you talk about like sleep hygiene, you know, sort of like that routine of you really have to commit to, okay, at 8 o'clock, this is when I start, I have my cup of tea or what, I mean, I'd be up going to the bathroom all night.
Right.
You know, that's my thing. But, you know, just kind of like how are we winding down?
Yeah, a wind down routine can be super powerful. And I think everybody should do it if they can. At least like, I've done a training on this too in my group. Like you can have like your minimum sleep routine, which is like maybe if you get home at like 9 at night and you're trying to go to bed at 10, you do like something really quick to just like get yourself into sleep. But like your normal night, you should probably have 30 to 60 minutes. Not where you're like completely like immersed in your wind down routine, because not everybody like has the luxury of like being able to do that. But like something that like starts to tell your brain and your body like it's bedtime.
Okay.
And then you know like you get into the routine and then you can more easily fall asleep.
Right. Yeah, and I've heard, I'm trying to think of the story you told. You tell a lot of great stories. It's like relatable.
I love, that's what I try to do. Like I try to keep like in my group, like I don't want to just do for like an hour because nobody has time for that. I do try to keep them like 15 minutes and under with not too much information. But like information that's like really usable. But I try to, I think learning best happens through storytelling and just like relating. So I try to do a lot of that.
Right. And I know like you go to the gym, you work out every day. And so, and like that's a part of it too. Like if you're not really physically active during the day, it's a little harder to sleep. Is that fair?
It's a lot harder to sleep for me. I think physical activity is huge when it comes to sleep. Like, especially when we have such sedentary lifestyles. Like in my like daily work, like I have a private practice, I'm sitting a lot of the time. So, and I actually, now I work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's not like for like hours every morning, but I feel so much better. And I told my clients, like, any day I'm going to see a client, like I'm going to work out in the morning because I deserve to feel good and you deserve like the best of me. And so it just makes me feel really good. So
this is probably like a loaded question because we could probably go anywhere with it, but like, you know, like supplements. So there's like supplements, there's also prescription medication. You know, there's like all these other things that come into play.
So my program, like if you are into supplements and if you're prescribed a medication, that's fine. But my program is specifically to like naturally help restore your sleep and get you to good sleep. I am a licensed mental health counselor, so it's totally out of my scope of practice to even recommend a supplement or a medication or something like that. Like I'm not a doctor, so I can't prescribe anything. But if people are prescribed things, like that's okay. I've been prescribed things at certain times in my life, and it was helpful for a period of time, but my program is like a not dependent on a supplement or not dependent on a medication.
And sometimes I feel like me, like I'm a total loss. Like no one could help me. Like I've done it all. I've tried all the things. Like you know, like you need like a horse tranquilizer. I don't think I've literally ever slept through the night.
Oh, wow.
Like, well, you know, and then like add kids to that, and they're up, and then it's like for me, I'm a big one of I'll get up in the middle of the night, let me go to the bathroom or something, and then I can't get back to sleep for like hours.
Yeah,
you
those
know?
like early morning awakenings. Yeah. My program will definitely like hit on that. That's a big thing for people, and that's not like one size fits all. It's like, why are you waking up? If you're waking up with kids, that's like a season of life.
Yeah, you just
like,
can't.
You can't ignore
just
your
say goodbye to sleep for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just embrace the bags under the eyes. Like, it's just a thing.
Yeah, but there is, I don't specialize like with kids. I specialize like with adults and maybe like teenagers if they wanted to like work on their sleep. But there's like sleep coaches who specialize with kids too and helping kids get on a sleep routine. I would love to put a parent of young kids through my program and see if it helps.
Yeah,
because I think that it would. But I haven't had anyone do that yet. I'm looking for someone who maybe wants to be my guinea pig and see if it like impacts like the whole family.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just I remember working mornings and like my friend Anna and I were talking about this, how you look normal and you look awake and you look alive, but like in the inside you're just like dead on the inside. Yeah. You're just like not there. It just, it's so important.
It really is. Yeah, and I've been there like when I did shift work, like I don't have kids, so like I can't speak to that, but like the shift work and just like being tired and like getting through your days and like putting on the extra makeup and the eye drops to just like look right.
Look normal.
Yeah.
Now, what do you say to people who are like, you know what, I only get a few hours of sleep a night and I'm fine, like I'm good?
So, okay, this is something I actually need to do a little bit of research on because I do think that there is a very, very small population of people who actually can't get by on just a little bit of sleep.
Okay.
I've known 2 people in my life who I think that is the case for them. Okay. Because they can sleep like 2 to 4 hours a night and they're actually fine. Like they feel good. Their mood is fine. I don't know. I need to dig into the research on that and like look to see, but that is not most people.
No.
Most people, if they get like 2 to 4 hours of sleep, that's sleep deprivation.
That's awful.
And it's it is. And it's related to so many health problems. Let alone just how you feel when you have a bad night of sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Well, is there anything, like any takeaways people can take away today? I know we kind of covered a few, but like any little nuggets?
Yeah. I mean, sleep is important. It's kind of the foundation of everything. This is something, maybe it's an overgeneralized statement, but I do think people will suffer greatly and just like let their sleep slide. And they don't have to. So like there are things you can do about it. I feel like the same thing with exercise and eating healthy too. It's like people know they need to exercise. They know it's to their benefit to like eat like a nutritious diet. They know it's to their benefit to sleep well. But like to get people to actually take the action to do those things for more than like 2 to 3 days is so difficult.
Yes.
But like you can do it. Like you can change your sleep and you can change it for good.
That's good. That's hopeful.
Yeah, it
for
is.
people
it
like me,
is.
I'm like excited. Like I want to do this program.
Yeah. I would love. Like I'm going to be opening the doors like officially on it. I'm not looking for like a huge group of people. I'm honestly looking for like a max of 5 to just like take through it completely and like completely like nurture them as they go through it and like make sure it's good for them. That's the thing with my program is it's not like you do this stuff. I mean, there is a little bit of that, but it's not like everybody needs to do the same thing. It's like, where are your issues? What are you struggling with? We're going to find the things that like work for you, and you're going to have like your own like bespoke program.
Yeah, it's personalized.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be like, do this. If you're not doing it, forget you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I think that's a huge part of it too is the discipline. I know you've talked about that. Like, this is fun. I'm going to do this for 5 days, and then I'm going to like go back into my old ways because that's what's easy and that's what's comfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's for like people who are ready to really change it and like want to make that investment in themselves to just like try to change things for the better. And it's not that like you're going to have this super disciplined like life for the rest of your life. Like you're going to have, I traveled 3 weeks ago now and my sleep was so impacted while I was traveling and I had to like pull out every tool that I have just to like make sure I could get through the week.
Right.
And then I came back and then I started getting up early and it really sucked for like 3 days. And then I was like back to feeling good again.
Back to your routine.
Yeah. So that's kind of how the program works too. Like you're going to have setbacks. You're going to want to travel. You're going to want to celebrate. You're going to want to like completely just throw the rules out the window and do whatever. But then you're going to have the skills to like get it back.
Get it back. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like anything like eating healthy and exercise realizing sometimes you kind of like get in a rut for a little bit and then, okay, let's get back on track.
Yeah, like I even told the people in my group, like last week I was feeling a little bit under the weather and had kind of a weird weekend where I was out of my normal routine. So I did not set my alarm on Saturday morning and I slept in, and it was a little bit rougher to get up Monday morning, I'm not gonna lie, but it was fine, you know, and I felt good.
Yeah.
And I got like 9 hours of sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's, ooh.
It was nice.
Luxury.
It was really nice. I felt like my body needed it. So,
yeah, because it's still like 7-8 hours. Is that?
About like 7 to 9 for adults.
Okay.
Yeah, is what the average is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder how many adults get like 9 hours of sleep.
I honestly think, again, I need to like look at the data on it, but I think most adults are sleep deprived. Most children are sleep deprived too.
I
like
know.
when you look at the data.
Yeah, because don't kids need like 10 plus something?
Usually
I mean,
like 9 to 11, depending on the age.
Like I feel like no kids are I mean, not a lot.
Yeah, and you actually want to build, like, even like think about like an adult in your family going through this program. Like if you build those healthy habits in your kids and they just like have them for the rest of their life, they're probably not going to struggle as much when they're an adult.
It's a good
like
point.
with their sleep. So,
very good point.
Yeah.
Okay, Melissa, is there anything else as we wrap? I know you're starting classes.
Yeah. So I'm starting the group coaching program for anyone who's interested in it. You can find me on Instagram. It's Melissa__good.
Okay.
You can look me up on Facebook, Melissa Good Sleep Coach. And then I have a free group on Facebook called Your Best Sleep. So those are great places to find me.
That's where I found you. And then you also sent me like a cool, like a free resource that you had too.
Yes. Oh yeah. I have built out a bunch of like freebies and workbooks and things like that. So yep, those are totally accessible in the group. And I'm going to develop more and more of those. I've got a little like mocktail cookbook that I'm working on because I don't want people to drink alcohol at night, but I want them to enjoy a yummy drink.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, so I'm working on some other things too that I'm going to get out like slowly, but one by one.
Perfect. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, on behalf of the Black Hills area, thank you for this outreach.
Yes, absolutely.
Really anybody, because anybody can find you on Facebook.
Yeah, Thank you for having me and for sharing this, and I'd love to be back at any point in the future, so I appreciate it.
And happy sleeping, everyone.
Yeah, happy sleeping.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Melissa.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, see you next time.